Hello! So I just posted up on Facebook and asked for video suggestions. Unbeknownst to ye, it's because I want to critique your video suggestions, and when I'm giving that a little bit of time to fester, I came up with another video idea. A commenter left me a comment recently, and it was titled 7 questions at least that pro-choice advocates cannot or will not answer. And this is a comment I got on my How Irish People Talk About Abortion video. I make a lot of videos that are an attempt to like take the piss out of a current issue or current affairs or whatever, and then I get a lot of people leave a lot of like really crazy comments, and it doesn't actually help the argument either side if you're mental. Like, if you're absolutely mental, how am I supposed to like debate with you? I just don't get it. 7 questions, and I, a pro-choice advocate, am going to attempt to answer them, because why not? If you were driving and saw an overcoat on the road but were not sure if there was a body underneath it, would you drive over it or stop and check? Honestly, looking at this question seriously, I'd probably drive over it, I'll be honest with you. And it will also depend on where I am, because I've been told not to stop for things on the side of the road because it's people trying to rape you or whatever. Sure, listen, you'd either immediately know there was or there wasn't, and if I thought there was obviously a human in it, I'd stop, and if I didn't, then I'd run over it. If you were pregnant and had morning sickness, would you take a thalidomide pill? Surely your bodily anatomy would take precedence. I don't really know what they mean there. The thalidomide pill was a sleeping pill marked as a mild sleeping pill safe for even pregnant women, and it caused thousands of babies worldwide to be born with malformed limbs, which is now known as the thalidomide disaster. No, I wouldn't take a sleeping pill that could maim my unborn child because I've had morning sickness. Obviously, I'd take a morning sickness pill that would maim my unborn child. If scientists came up with a test that could detect a gay gene, would it be okay to abort for that reason? In China and India, they practice gendercide, so surely this should not be a problem. I don't think you can say, oh, but they do it in China, so it's okay. See, people on the left don't think being gay is wrong. It's only people on the right. And it's people on the right that think abortion is wrong. People on the left are pro-choice. It would really only be the people on the right who would be wanting to abort children because of the gay gene. Interesting conundrum. You might have to get back to me on that one. If a woman gives birth and discovers that it is a rapist's child and not hers, would it be okay to kill the born child? Okay, where do I start with this one? It would still be her child? No, it's not okay to kill a born child. That's a total false equivocal. If a woman gives birth and discovers it's not her child, like, people who leave comments on my videos sometimes I think are like terminally dumb. I was born at 30 weeks and my sister at 40 weeks. If abortion on demand was legalized, why would I have more right to life than her? What? No joke. That question is so stupid that it actually hurts my eyeballs to read it. Has a 10-year-old more right to life than a 10-month-old? No, they have equal, like, they're both alive already. It's a total false equivocal to say that a clump of cells is the same as a born child, and like, it doesn't matter how kind of emotionally manipulative you want to be about 10-year-olds and 10-month-olds. Removing a group of cells from your uterus is not the same thing, and it's a total false equivocal to say that it is. It's really emotionally manipulative, and the thing is, most pro-life people couldn't give a flying fuck about born children anyway. But because you mentioned 30 weeks and 40 weeks, and because you said abortion on demand, and then said you'd have more right to life than your sister, I'm assuming what you're getting at is that abortion on demand would be available for people after they were 30 weeks pregnant. In that case, you're fucking so wrong. For example, and these are the stats that are readily available to me on the Google machine, they're available to you too. In 2012 in Australia, only 2% of abortions were performed after 20 weeks. And of those 96 abortions in the whole year, 53 of them were due to fatal fetal abnormality. So stop it with your false equivocals, because actually your arguments are just so easy to break down with fact that it's satirical. Did a woman ever give birth to anything other than a baby? I am sure that they did. Woman gives birth to something that's not, to something that doesn't look human. I knew someone has already Googled this. Woman gives birth to a frog. 2004, the Daily Mail. Ew, a mother of two has apparently given birth to a live frog with human features. It is claimed it grew from a larva which found its way into the woman's body as she swam in a dirty pool. Ugh, that is disgusting. Ugh. So there you go. According to those unverified reports, a woman gave birth to a frog. So yes, a woman has given birth to anything other than a baby. Next question. Question 7. What is this? Is it a baby or a frog? In the case of the last question, it was a frog. So there you go. Those are 7 questions that pro-choice advocates cannot or will not answer, answered for you by a pro-choice advocate. And hopefully somebody leaves this comment. Subscribe to my channel. I make new videos regularly, and yeah, I'm always like this. Okay, bye.